So you're so happy, eh? You have lots of Filipino veggies.
Yes, I'm so happy. I cannot complain. Look at this patola. It's a lot. Dami. Wow, look at the upo. I cannot even reach it.
Morning, guys.
Hi everybody. Kamusta mga kababayan dyan?
And welcome to the Hidden Spring Farm. Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go, guys. You coming out? Hi, turkeys. How you guys doing? You okay, girly? Since getting our farm over 4 years ago now, it's been a great experience for my wife to build up this garden. That's nice. Ang laki naman. And to ultimately start growing a lot of her vegetables from her homeland, which is the Philippines. She grew up with her mother and father being avid gardeners, and they would grow a lot of their own food. Just got to let the ducks out to the orchard so they can have fun. She's going to take some of those bunches of lettuce for tonight so we can eat it for our dinner. Yeah. Since immigrating to Canada a few decades ago, she hasn't really had the opportunity. Even during the 30 years that we've been together, we've always had apartments in the beginning, and we always lived in smaller houses. Our first house didn't have a garden. Our second house just had a tiny little garden. And I mean, we're 4 or 5 houses later, and now we bought this farm that we can actually fulfill her dream of building up this wicked awesome garden. You want to play Kong? Ready? Now, people who are from the Philippines, they're well known to be called Filipino, or if it's a female, a Filipina. But there's also a more colloquial term, like a slang term of Pinoy and Pinay. And this is just something I chalk up to being similar to us Canadians. Even though we're called Canadians, some people call us Canucks. And it's just, not a bad term. It's very well known around the world that Filipinos are called Pinoys. Dexter, you okay, buddy? Come here, bud. You're okay, right? That's just Mama, right? You like the catnip there, bud? You think you're going to harvest some today?
Yeah, I'm gonna harvest now.
Nice. That one down there is so thick.
Yeah. Oh my, you see, it's so nice. Oh, look at that. It's so nice.
What are you going to do with the sitaw? Sinigang?
You can put this to sinigang. I did already with sinigang. It's a good one.
You still got flowers here too, so this is going to turn into a vegetable too.
Look at this.
Holy shnikes. Ang galing.
Yeah.
Now, ever since I met my darling's family back in the Philippines, I've traveled there many times and spent a lot of time with her mama, which in Tagalog it's called Nay, so I always call her Nay because she's my mom. She was an amazing woman, actually, and I miss her a lot. She's passed away now a few years ago, but she lived until 80 plus. I learned a lot from her, and I really started becoming interested and adapted to the Filipino culture, which is an incredibly family-oriented culture. Parang Filipino ako eh. And I couldn't be any prouder to be a part of my wife's family. Everybody in her family calls me Tito Chad because Tito means uncle. You have to understand too that the Tagalog language is really based a lot on Spanish. And maybe there's some of the letters that are out of place. I'll give you an example. If you're asking somebody like, how are you? The word is kumusta, Kumusta. But obviously that comes from Spanish, right? Como está. So it's very similar. I think it was back in the 1600s that the Philippines was actually colonized by the Spaniards. So when you travel to the Philippines, it looks like Spain. There's huge arches over every city entrance, and it's amazingly Roman Catholic, and they have these huge old antique churches, and it's just, I don't know, it's a lovely place to be. We raise ducks and geese out in our orchard free ranging, and their job obviously is to protect the orchard from insects. The geese protect the ducks from predators, and both of these guys fertilize the entire pasture area in the orchard. It's a win-win situation for everybody. This is the time of year where you harvest some stuff, and then in a matter of a few days, there's a whole bunch more stuff to harvest. And you gotta keep doing it every few days as things become the perfect ripeness to harvest, you know?
Ang daming bunga. Lots of veggies, lots of patola. Lots of patola. Oh, some more there on the other side.
You love mama?
You love mama, eh? You love mama. You love mama.
She's got a bunch of eggplant growing here. I know that that's not necessarily a pure Filipino vegetable, but it's part of what she loves to grow. It's one of her favorite things to grow during the summer times here in Canada. These are a fingerling variety, so they're not supposed to be really, really big. They're just finger size. So they're doing really well this year. Look at this lemongrass here that my darling produced this year. It's beautiful and it's very aromatic. And she's going to use this in a lot of dishes. She literally just harvested a lot of eggplants the other day. She harvested all of our tomatoes, and now there's a whole bunch of tomatoes that are ready for harvest again. Because, like I said, this is the time of year that all the veggies is growing so profusely. It just keeps coming and coming and coming, and it's an amazing time of the year. Even these chilies the other day, we harvested like a whole big bag full, and now she's harvesting a whole bunch again. Dami?
Yeah.
Dami chili.
Dami chili.
The traditional grocery stores that we have in Canada don't always carry these Asian-style vegetables. Now, if you do go to a very specific Chinese grocery store, they may carry it, and they do in fact carry a lot of this bitter gourd and bitter melon and upo squash and patola, you know, all these Asian-style veggies. It was in my wife's best interest to grow some of her own. And she's very ecstatic this year that she was able to be so successful. We honestly thought it wasn't going that well because of all the rain we had early in the spring, but boy, oh boy, these veggies are growing so well, and I don't even know how much she's gotten out of it. But she's got a bunch of stuff frozen in the freezer for herself over the course of the winter, and she's got a bunch that she blanched and then put in the freezer, and she's been eating a lot of this stuff along the way as they become ripe. And she's been eating this stuff a lot along the way as they become ripe and ready to eat. Look at my darling. She just keeps eating and eating and eating all of the cherry tomatoes. She's literally eating them all as she picks them. There's only a little bit of cherry tomatoes in the baskets. It's all going in her mouth. I don't mind. She deserves everything that she gets from this garden. Here's my darling harvesting more sitaw. Another upo. She's gonna blanch these and put them in the freezer. Maybe make some sinigang. Ang galing ang darling ko. Marunong ako ang Tagalog konti lang. It's kind of like a little bit of Tagalog and a little bit of English, and it's blended in, and I have my own little quirky style. I've just learned it. We've been married almost 30 years now, so I've picked up a lot over the years.
Para na akong bumili sa Chinese supermarket because you can buy this only at Chinese supermarket. I cannot get any, sitaw anymore because you remember?
Because of the slow start in the spring.
Yeah.
A bunch of them died and then you replanted it and
Oh,
then
yeah.
now look. Wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow.
Yeah. And I gotta harvest also this bitter melon. And dami na eh. I will harvest the bitter melon. This ampalaya, we call this in Filipino ampalaya, but in English this is bitter melon. And it's been how many years I've been trying to grow this here in Canada, but I have no luck. But this year I have luck.
It's a huge harvest this year.
I harvest a lot of this year. When you buy these things in like Chinese supermarket, it's so big. But this one, because this is organic, I use the fertilizer, the banana peel.
As most small family farms or homesteads, one of the things we pride ourselves on is not adding any kind of chemical to the soil. We didn't spray anything on any of the leaves. Everything that we've grown in our garden is absolutely fully organic. And my wife actually has this little technique of taking all of the bananas that we eat and she puts it in water and then she just leaves it there so it's kind of fermenting and fermenting. And the veggies seem to really, really like this fermented banana peel as a fertilizer. And so she's tested it this year and she's realized it really helped. So she's probably going to do that a lot more often now.
This is okra. I like to eat raw because it's so sweet. Yummy, yummy.
Yeah, she's got a lot of okra growing. And this okra is doing very well this year. See, she's got a couple ready there, couple ready right there. And really, she's gotten a lot of okra this year just from this one raised bed. A lot of okra. Maybe 7 or 8 big bunches of okra. Fully organic, tasty, wonderful. She's been pruning and pruning the bottom leaves all summer long. And what it's done is make the okra grow taller and give more vegetables, because now there's hardly any leaves down on the bottom. All the leaves are up top, encouraging all the growth up here. Look at all these flowers. They're all going to turn to fruits. They're all going to turn into okra. And she can hardly even reach the top of these things now. You got to figure this is a 30-inch bed, and I'm 6'3", and they're already up over my head. These are like corn stalk okras. Daming okra. We got basil here growing. We've already harvested some, but it's just growing again by itself. There's another bunch over there. She's got rosemary here. Beautiful rosemary too. So she's obviously gonna harvest those and then dry them out and just keep them inside the cupboard, she can use them at any time in any cooking that she wants to do. Looks like the beets is ready to harvest. You know that beets are ready to harvest when they're kind of sticking out of the soil. Mm-hmm. They're not very big though, but we might have planted them a little bit too close together, so we'll learn for next year. We've been getting a lot of kale. We still have some to get, but we'll do that next time. The leaves of the beets are looking beautiful, so you can use it like spinach.
That's what they said, but no, I don't.
You have to really know how to do it, though,
I
eh?
don't. Oh, this one is so big.
Wow.
I didn't see.
Unlucky naman. Let me see. Cool.
Yeah.
Now, this is the first year that we've ever tried to grow beets. We just did this small little piece right here. And we'll learn a little bit from our experiences this year. It seems like we planted the seeds maybe a little bit too close together, so there wasn't enough room for the root to get bigger. But there are a few big ones in there. It's cool to see. Got a few carrots that are ready. Most of them are not ready yet, but some of them are ready. These ones looked a little bit deformed too. It's okay, they'll still taste like carrots. Why do they look all deformed?
You see one?
My darling's just separating the carrots because the tops of the carrots, the rabbits also eat those. So we're just collecting it all in the bin there to save for the rabbits. Like I said, nothing goes to waste on the farm if we can avoid it. Here's a nice one. Kind of looks like something familiar. We won't talk about that though. Olive, you want carrots? You're gonna take it away, huh? These carrots here are a different variety. You can see they're a big size, but they're just short and stubby. So we did a different variety right here, and this is what you get. And of course, all of this plays into the reminiscence she feels of growing up in the Philippines and having access to all of these wonderful foods. But my darling obviously enjoys this stuff immensely. That's why she chose to grow these particular types. So that's a pretty good day of harvesting. We got a little bucket here of some radish and tomatoes we're going to give the pigs. We got this basket of some cucumbers, some ampalaya, some okra. There's cherry tomatoes under there. Then we have beefsteak tomatoes and San Marzano tomatoes. Then we have a whole bunch of these eggplants. We have the upo. We have patola. We have sitaw, these long beans. That's another good thing. She just grabbed all this lettuce, and we have all these carrots that she just plucked. And then we have this whole basket to save for the rabbits. So we're so happy and proud that we were able to share this type of information with you guys. Hopefully you've been entertained and maybe inspire some of you folks to get out there and grow some of your own veggies, albeit Asian veggies or any kind of veggie really. But just get out there and grow some of our own food, make ourselves a little less reliant on the grocery chains, and get some organic, healthy food out of it.
You see these peppers? It's so nice.
Ang galing. Tulugana, ducks! Tulugana! Tulugana, ducks! Tulugana! 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 Tulugana, geese! You too! Tulugana, ducks! Tulugana! 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 Good job, ducks! That's just like clockwork! Tulugana, geese! Tulugana! No talk back, okay? I've been teaching these ducks a little bit of Tagalog for 4 years now. I thought it would be really funny to get all the ducks back, because ducks can in fact be trained. You know, it's just you shout, "Go to bed, ducks!" And it's just, my wife being a Filipino, I thought it would be really cheeky if I taught them, "Tulugana, ducks!" So I really do appreciate you watching. If you're not already subscribed and following along on our channel, I encourage you to do so. We do all sorts of fun type videos. We do some educational videos. We showcase everything to do with small farm life. We have a bunch of different types of equipment. We have a whole bunch of different types of animals here at the farm. We have a whole forest. We're starting to mill our own wood. And it's been an exciting adventure for my wife and I on this farm. And we hope that you join us as we continue on our endeavor. So thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the bell notification symbol, and we'll see you on the next episode, okay?